spreading love through the streets.
Pride is all about being who you are.
Our DC Bureau has more on the Capitol Pride Festival. Back-to-back injuries just miles apart.
You don't want that to happen to anyone.
Alerting people on the water. And a miracle during their travels.
What do you see? Are you pinned? Are you able to move?
An unexpected rescue to save a relative during a hike. These stories and more coming up on Newsbreak.
Hello, South Florida. I'm Anthony Cruz.
I'm Valentina Gaspari. Today is Monday, June 10th, 2024.
Live from the Lee Kaplan School of Journalism and Media in North Miami, this is Caplin News.
Officials along Florida's Gulf Coast are warning beachgoers to exercise caution this morning after 3 people were injured in 2 separate shark attacks. Friday's 2 attacks were close in both time and distance.
And as Kaplan's Ellie Ruiz reports, they were less than 2 hours and fewer than 5 miles apart.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
3 people were injured in Walton County, Florida, in an event that first responders are calling an anomaly. 2 different shark bite incidents within 2 hours, less than 5 miles apart from each other. This occurred on Friday afternoon. Multiple reports of shark bites in South Walton County came in on Friday starting at 1:20 p.m. when the first call came in.
We had a 45-year-old female patient, was reportedly swimming just past the first sandbar with her husband. She received significant trauma to the midsection and pelvic area, as well as amputation of her left lower arm.
And we just started hearing like a bunch of emergency vehicles coming right past us, and me and my friend, we were running behind them. And we got to the scene, and it was blood. It was definitely heart-stopping because you don't want that to happen to anyone.
The woman who was attacked by the shark was taken to the hospital in critical condition. Then, less than 2 hours later, 4 miles away in Seacrest Beach, first responders got another call.
There were 2 victims in this incident. Both victims were female between the ages of 15 to 17 years of age. I'm told they were both with a group of friends just inside the first sandbar, so very similar locations as far as proximity to the shoreline and about waist-deep water. Victim 1 received significant injuries to 1 upper and 1 lower extremity.
That victim was life-flighted to the hospital in critical condition. The other teen, also taken to the hospital, reportedly in stable condition with flesh wounds to her foot. For Caplin News, this is Ellie Ruiz.
Crucial clues to the murder of a Homestead woman. As Kaplan's Julian Davis reports, they were revealed late last week in a Central Florida courtroom.
It was a brazen daylight kidnapping that seemed to be all tied up, but Thursday, prosecutors dropped a bombshell in court when they revealed 4 people were behind the kidnapping and killing of Catherine Aguas Vivas back in April. They say Giovanni Crespo Hernandez, the man Aguas Vivas drove from Homestead to meet, who until now was only facing drug charges, made the call to his co-conspirators because he wanted to rob her of $170,000 in drug money she was picking up from him. Images then showing the alleged kidnappers Jordanis Torres Garcia and Kevin Ocasio Justiniano buying lighter fluid at a gas station as they went to intercept their victim. Another picture showing the convoy of cars driving down the 417 to a construction site where Aguas Vivas would be doused in the fluid, shot, and her and the car set on fire. The latest arrests also include a Central Florida man, Derek Alexis Rodriguez Manila, who prosecutors say drove to the construction site in his mother's car and gave the kidnappers the gun used to shoot both Aguas Vivas and a Taft tow truck driver in a drive-by the night before the kidnapping. Prosecutors say after the tow truck driver died, the suspects took something out of the back of his truck but did not give any specifics. According to court documents, some of the suspects have already given partial confessions, which will make it harder for their attorneys to defend them. The maximum sentence each of the 4 men could get is death.
For Caplin News, I'm Julian Davis.
Israel's centralist leader Benny Gantz is out of Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's emergency government as of this morning. Gantz resigned over Netanyahu's unwillingness to meet an ultimatum to present a clear day-after strategy for Gaza by June 8th. The news comes just 1 day after a military exercise that freed 4 Israeli hostages and killed more than 100 Palestinians. No word yet on how many of them were Hamas fighters.
As Pride Month kicks off, celebrations are happening across the country. Caplin News DC reporter Laura Palfrey shows us why Washington, D.C. is one of the top places to celebrate Pride.
I'm here at the Capitol Pride Parade and Block Party, where the streets are filled with color, music, and celebration. From the parade's diversity to the Block Party's festivities, it's a day full of unity and love. During Pride Month in June, thousands gather for the historic Capitol Pride Parade, a tradition that has thrived for 49 years. Celebrating LGBTQ+ history and the community's evolution in Washington, D.C., this event offers one of the largest Pride parades ever held in the country.
Pride is all about being who you are, and so this should be a place where you don't have to worry about anything and you can just come have a good time, come who you are, celebrate you and your peers, everyone here, without any hesitation.
After the parade, the celebrations spill over to a block party in the historic DuPont Circle neighborhood. Among local vendors and dancing, what truly shines is the genuine connection everyone says they feel.
I think that it helps really build a sense of community across queer people and allies, and I think that it goes a long way to showing solidarity.
As the day comes to a close, the Pride spirit remains strong, but the celebration doesn't stop here. Across the country and throughout Pride Month, cities will host a range of events to celebrate and honor LGBTQ+ communities. Reporting from Washington, D.C. for Caplin News, I'm Laura Palfrey.
An American visiting Switzerland is alive and recovering this morning after surviving a 50-foot fall off a cliff. Jade Cunningham from 12 News Arizona reports from Phoenix.
Sitting in a hospital bed, giving a thumbs up.
It was traumatic, but it was kind of like best case scenario.
Logan Moore is lucky to be alive.
This was also a big deal for them because they don't do very many helicopter rescues like this. Normally when they do it, it's to extract a body.
Addison Mathenia is Logan's cousin and best friend.
We grew up going to school together.
The two were traveling around Europe together and were hiking in Switzerland with friends when chaos hit.
So we get to the top and Logan's taking a video of all of us standing by the edge. And as soon as he stops his video, he starts walking up to me where I'm standing on the edge of this cliff, and he just slipped.
Logan landed on a boulder about 15 feet below.
And then he slid off of that boulder into the crevice and then fell another 30 feet into the crevice, head first.
As one friend called authorities, another went to find someone who could translate. Addison then got closer to Logan to try and assess.
So we go up to the crack and we see just a bunch of blood on the rocks, but we're able to hear his voice, and I start asking him questions, what do you see? Are you pinned? Are you able to move?
21 minutes after Logan fell, a helicopter arrived. An hour and a half later, Logan was pulled out and flown to a hospital.
At that point, Logan was in shock. He was very hypothermic. Just due to how cold and wet the area was.
Logan has multiple fractures, including several vertebrae and right scapula. Now back in the States, the focus is on his recovery, which Addison says is a true miracle.
So I definitely am having some feelings after the situation, but I think I just have to keep reminding myself that Logan's alive, and that's all I could ask for.
That was 12 News Arizona's Jade Cunningham reporting. Addison Mathenia says her cousin was also very lucky because about 10 feet to the right of where he fell was just a 700-foot cliff.
A tennis star from right down here in South Florida picks up a major piece of hardware at the French Open.
That's all ahead, and so's the story.
Waiting to see if he's going to be able to throw strikes. That ball hit well.
Out toward right center field, and it's over the right center field wall. A home run for Gabriel Arias.
The Marlins take on one of the best teams in the American League in an interleague showdown. Don't go anywhere. Newsbreak will be back in 2 minutes.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew. A girl so smart, so responsible. She must be a keeper.
How do you know when you've made the right decision? It's the feeling you get in your gut. The one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the one that says, sure, I can have a drink. Or the feeling that says, okay, I've been drinking. Now what? It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed. Better leave the car when it's time to go. Plan ahead. Catch a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Every day,
millions of people are connecting.
And even though we're overcoming obstacles,
watching each other's backs,
and banding together,
we should still make an effort.
We should still make an effort
to get to know each other
on a deeper level. Father,
cosplayer,
mentor,
actor.
It's time we take a step forward.
It's time we take a step forward.
Come together
and discover
how accepting our differences
can make us stronger.
The Marlins looking to hit the road after a long homestand, but first hitting 2 home runs in a Sunday afternoon showdown. The Fish tried to guard a lead against Cleveland, but failed.
Yup, and Miami was up 2-1 early thanks in part to a long home run from Jazz Chisholm. The Cleveland half of the 7th featured a crucial error by Miami's Jake Burger and a 3-run home run. Burger would hit a homer off his own in the bottom of the 9th, but unfortunately it wasn't enough. The final score for this game, Guardians 6, Marlins 3. The Fish face the Mets tomorrow.
And a local star wins the championship title and makes history at the French Open. As Florida native Coco Gauff won her first major doubles title with Katarina Siniakova yesterday. This means that Coco has now won a championship in both singles and doubles. Also yesterday, at just 21 years old, Carlos Alcaraz beat Alexander Zverev at the men's finals. On Saturday, Iga Swiatek won the women's title. You're watching Newsbreak, and we're coming right back.
I could really use a new tablet. I just don't have the money.
Let me ask you something. Do you have a Pell Grant?
Yes?
You do know you can get a free tablet, right?
Did you say free?
Yeah, free. It's simple. And the application is done in the store.
I could really use a tablet.
Get one. Another satisfied customer. Stop by Panthertech in the Graham Center at FIU MMC today to speak with one of our associates to get your free tablet.
Type 2 diabetes can have a big impact on your life. But how can it be prevented? Well, the first step is knowing if you have something called prediabetes. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org.
That's all the time we have for Newsbreak today. I'm Valentina Gaspari.
I'm Anthony Cruz. Get more news anytime at caplinnews.fiu.edu. And as for tonight, Vamos Gatos!